cat crying in the other room. Oh, it's a cat on the back porch. Hold on, I'm gonna probably have to go let them in 1 second. All right, be right back. Come on. Come on. I have one little cat. Peapod loves to go out in the morning and get that fresh air. And then I forget she's out there, and she's out there for a long time. But it wasn't actually her crying. It was the little squeaker deeker who likes to make a lot of noise. Okay, let's start rubbing your hands together. We're gonna do the lymph flush. I haven't done it in here for a while, and I feel like it's really important. So rubbing your hands together, just getting some energy in between your hands. Give your body a little shake. So you're starting to move energy through your body, or move blood flow, move lymphatic, all that stuff, just through moving, a little bouncing, getting the hands rubbing together. Then you're going to take your right hand, upper quadrant, right around your left collarbone, clavicle, and rub in there. Maybe some deep breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. And I'm just shifting my weight. So I'm shifting from one side to the other. So I'm getting a little more movement through my body, really easy, really simple. And I'm also going to move my head so that I'm moving from the inside and the outside at the same time. Change it to the other side, left hand to the right. In through your nose, either out through your nose or your mouth. Breathing in through our nose is much, much, much healthier than breathing in through our mouth. For many, many reasons. 1, it filters the air. 2, it warms the air. 3, somehow we get more oxygen that way. Also stimulates nitric oxide production. Much, much, much healthier. All right, then you're going to take your both hands up around the angle of the jaw and maybe slow down a little bit up there. Giving yourself time to feel into your body, feel into your tissues. There's a whole big plexus of lymph nodes around up there. And then coming under here, is it a plexus? I don't know, but there's a lot of lymph nodes coming down under the angle of your jaw. Could be very gentle. So we don't want to jam them. We just want to get them moving a little bit. Relax the neck and tongue. And we're going to come into the face too. This point right here in between, like here's your nostril, maybe it's in next to your nostril and up, just a little circle in there, gentle. You can also move your face around, letting your face have some squishing, opening, right? We can kind of close up our face, or we can really open up our face. Just getting in there. And then let's do one like line under your cheekbones. So like circling out under your cheekbones. If your nose is stuffed up, this will often shift it around. You can also kind of take a deep breath in, squeeze it, and then let your breath go. And one more time, deep breath in, hold your nose. Maybe move it around a little bit. So like not a lot, but just a little, moving from side to side. Let it go. Squish up your face. Open up. Let it go. And let's go in right into these 2 points. One is just sort of under your tragus, this little nub, just a little, just gentle place in there. You can move your jaw around a little, and then also above it, right up here. When I touch into those places and feel into that, like it brings me into a more parasympathetic, rest and digest, soothe and settle down regulated way. So I can feel into that and go, it's okay. So you're not jamming it. It's not too hard, just gentle. Shake that out. And let's come to our right hand to our left pec, right in here, armpit pec, squishing that around. You can get the whole thing like a sandwich between your hands and squish it, or rub in circles, whatever feels good to you. Just clearing up the flow of your lymphatic fluid as it returns back in the subclavian under your clavicle vein. It goes back into your heart. Same thing on the other side, left hand to your right. It's kind of like your pec, a little bit into your deltoids, armpit, relaxing inside your body and letting it move. And then coming down, xiphoid process, belly button right in the middle. Ooh, that is your cisterna chyli, biggest lymph node in the body. And I'm kind of contracting a little bit around it, or maybe collapsing around it. Letting go. And then down into your inguinal fold between your pubic bone and your hip bones, right above if you fold your leg, just up there. And then behind your knees. Behind the eye of your knee, circling in. I'm bending and straightening, getting in there. And I want to say, like, I took a pole class on Saturday and my abs are so sore. She has us do it where we're holding the pole and we do like a bunch of knee ups and then pike ups and then both legs up, and like, holy moly, so sore in my abs, although it's not as bad as it was yesterday. So we're going to spiraling from side to side, twisting, looking around behind you. You can shift your weight or not. So I am shifting. I'm shifting onto the leg. You could just stay in the middle, but I already did that for a long time this morning. So I'm kind of changing it up, shifting onto one side, shifting onto the other. Or the other version is where you shift away from that leg. So you shift away from the twist. All of them are good for different things, right? We're going to get more spiraling in our organs if we stay stationary on our legs. I think, let's say I feel that way in my body. When I open up, I'm not spiraling as deep because my body is moving more, right? When I move my legs, even if I do it this way, still too much torso going or too much leg going with me. But if I stay stationary, I get more into my organs. I just got to shut the door again. I always notice, oh, I'm really loud. Okay, let's do the breaths in and up and shake, 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 shake it out. Let it go. Letting go of anything you need to let go of. Inhale, open. Exhale, shake, shake, shake. Shake it, shake it, shake it. And one more inhale and shake it out. So let's do the breathing where we're going to reach up and then pull down. We'll do a set of 12. Off we go. And relax for a second. Greet the pea pod. She's the one that was outside. And let's do another set. So I'm going in through my nose and out through my mouth. You could go in and out through your nose if you want, but always try to inhale through your nose. The other thing, what I'm really doing is feeling myself reaching out through the tissues of my hands and then pulling it back down. So I'm getting this fascial train of movement up my body and then coming back down in on that exhale. Last set of 12. Here we go. Maybe I did an extra, maybe I did one short. Shake it out, shake it out. We're going to do a different breath. Inhale. Easy opening and then exhale. Push it out. Inhale. Fill up your lungs. Exhale. Push it out. Inhale. Filling up. Exhale. push out to the side. One more like that. Inhale, lift, exhale, push out to the side. And then both arms rotate in, both arms rotate out, spiraling in, spiraling out, spiraling in and out and in and out. And then shifting it. One goes in, one goes out, right? We can also bend our knee. Here we are in jazz class. Jazz dance class. Get those shoulders moving, look towards your hand, and then shake it out, let it go. So when we add these breathing practices to the exercises, then we get more comfortable making more noise with our breath and also integrating the breathing, right? If we have nice integration of our breathing with our workout, it's going to be 1,000 times more effective. Our muscles, our tissues are getting more oxygen. They're getting rid of the CO2. All this stuff is happening. And that coherence means our heart is going to work better. Our whole respiratory system's working better. Our lymphatic system's working better. Our nervous system's working better. And let's take it down and just shift from side to side, right? Coherence means your endocrine system's working together. So coherence means your body's working well in harmony. It's coherent. It's not dysregulated. Is that even a word? Deregulated, dysregulated, unregulated. Come in and roll it up. And let's circle our pelvis, big circles. Letting your butt really stick out in the back and your pubic bone come forward in the front. So think of steering this circle with your pubic bone and your tailbone. And then change direction, other way. Letting that mobilize your whole core and your legs. And so it's not just core, it's core and distal. We're mobilizing all in here, but we're also mobilizing the feet. Head has some freedom up there. And then coming in, dropping the head down, relax the shoulders. Let's bend the knees and just round a little bit forward. And then come up. You're going to reach your hands down your back and open the front of the body. So this is opening the front of the body. This is kind of soft and easy, not a huge amount of movement. Curling forward, lifting, arching, and opening. Exhale, surrender and curl. Inhale, chest, heart, and lungs opening. Exhale, back of the lungs opening. Inhale, front of the lungs and sternum opening. Exhale. If you can't grab in the back, just reach back. That's fine too. Exhale forward. Inhale, open, open, open. Exhale forward. Inhale, open. And then coming in. Yeah, so the lobes of our lungs, the different areas of our lungs take in breath and do different things for us. Like if we breathe deep down into our guts, which is really the healthiest thing so that our organs are getting that movement, but then we also want to make sure that we're sometimes really breathing up into the upper part of our lungs as well. So really good breathing. We are using the whole thing some of the time. Good breathing doesn't mean that we're always breathing super, super deep, right? It also can mean that we're breathing light, but using the space of the whole body, right? It's natural that we have every 5 minutes a big inhale, which expands the little lung sacs, the alveoli that take the oxygen into the blood. So if we're on a small device, that natural response, that reflex is inhibited. And I felt it. I spend time on my device sometimes, and I'm like, wow. So you got to think about it. If you're on small devices, remember on a regular basis to take that big breath, because if we aren't taking that big breath, if we're not working those little lung sacs, they become much less healthy, right? All right, circling the arms. Sorry, by the arms, I mean the shoulders. And I'm bending my knees and straightening. And then changing up and over. And when we change our relationship to the breath, when we start to do some of these breath practices and breath holds, which we're doing voluntarily, right? We've decided, okay, I'm doing this, I'm listening to my body. We start to have a lot more health in our body. Like some of this hypoxia, which is when you have too much CO2. If you train yourself to be able to tolerate that, it's healthy. Like that's what they're using to heal spinal cord injuries. So this is new, research and new science that's been coming up in the past, let's say the past 40 years, but even more and more, even in the past 5 to 7 years. Okay, we're gonna take one hand, you're gonna go behind you, you're gonna come around, cross the front, serve the sandwiches around your head, and then it goes back behind you, out, come around the front, palm up, wrap it around your head, palm faces you, and back, sideways, around the front, serving the sandwiches to everyone over your head, back behind you, out, cross front, open, 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 around your head, back behind you, cross front, open it out, around your head, feeling that movement into your scapula, right? This is a big pinky scapula collarbone exercise. One more time, back behind you, open, serve the sandwiches, take it around your head, open it out. Other side, goes back behind you, out, cross the front, palm up, serving the sandwiches around the head, out to the side and back. Comes in front. So as it comes in front, we're going down, then we're flipping it up, palm open, around your head and out, behind you, out, crosses front, opens up, serves all the sandwiches to everybody in the whole room. Everyone gets a sandwich. What kind are they? Are they cucumber sandwiches with the crusts cut off? Are we in England? Is it an English tea? Or are they like hearty pumpernickel with salmon and cream cheese? Or are they gluten-free bread that doesn't taste very good? Oh, that's probably what I'm eating. Cross it behind you, cross front, open, around the back. What is your favorite kind of sandwich? Open it out. Yeah, mine are like the pole dance sandwiches that you're serving to everyone. They don't even exist. This is the most wonderful sandwich in the world. All right, let's take it down again. Release your back. Drop your head down. You can shake your head no, nod yes. Oh, let it release. And then hands inside of your feet, bending your knees over your toes. Bending your knees, it's a plie halfway down and stretch up. Bending halfway, knees over your toes. I'm parallel for this and stretch. Bending halfway down. Stretch it up and plie. And stretch and plie. And stretch and plie. We're going to stay there. I'm going to show you sideways. So we're going to stay there. We're in this kind of head tail lengthening, and I'm just going to shift my weight forward and shift my weight back, shifting forward to the balls of my feet, shifting back towards my heel, forward and back, forward and back, bending your knees halfway if possible, but not going deeper. So you're pretty much in a right angle in the knee. And then take your tail up, and again, shift from side to side, let it go. Hello, Peapod. And then coming in, rolling it up, I'm going to take it down to the floor, all the way down, sitting cross-legged. The Peapod just makes these funny little noises. She meows sometimes, but mostly she makes these little weird grunty noises. Open it out, side stretch. Just taking your time, feeling your sit bone on this side of your body, lengthening down into the floor. And then open it up and over to the other side, same thing. And inhale, open, side stretch. Open it up. Exhale. Inhale, and we're going to circle the whole way around. Take it to the side, going in your own time, circling, changing your arms, and open it up. Letting your head go off vertical, curling around, opening through the center. I feel like for me, this particular exercise is a really important one for my lower back and hips, the back of my, like around my sacrum, top of my hips, piriformis, even inside. This helps keep it more released. All right, change legs. Non-dominant leg comes in front. We're going to slightly change the exercise, getting a little more movement in. Actually, let's just spiral before we do it. Just spiraling one way and then the other. I'm using whichever knee belongs to that arm and just pushing a little deeper. You could inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Okay, then taking it into the side stretch, we're going to curl down and then arch and open, spiraling toward the ceiling. Exhale, soften and curl. Inhale, arch and open. Exhale, soften and curl. Arch and open. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Oh, I just drooled on the floor. Inhale. Last one. Exhale. Inhale. Take a little deeper to the side. That's information everyone needs to know, right? Well, sometimes it's like that when you're breathing a lot, when there's a lot of huff and puff, there could be more spit in your throat. And like, it's not always appropriate to swallow when you're moving, right? So if drooling happens, just accept it. Exhale down, inhale, open, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Gentle in your body. Moving, I mean, we can be strong and gentle at the same time, right? Strong but kind with ourselves. Exhale down, inhale, exhale, inhale, take it deeper and inhale up. And let's just go down the front. Let your head drop down, shift around. You can turn looking from one side to the other, or just hang out down there, or undulate through your spine, either bottom to top, side to side, any version of that, just freeing up some space in the vertebra, in the discs. Let's just say in the vertebrae and the discs. All right, let's grab weights if you don't have them near you. If you have weights in a block, let's just grab them both. If you don't have them, it's fine. You could also use like a can or something like that. I have a ton of sets of weights, a ton. And by a ton, I mean at least 3 or 4. And I have to say, I did not buy any of them. I don't know where I got them. People have like gotten rid of them. Oh, I'm moving. You want to take this? Yes, thank you. So it's not like I think anyone needs to go invest in weights. There's a lot of things you can use if you don't have them. But it is good for us to do something where we have something that we're holding on to, where we're a little bit loaded. And loaded means there's a weight, right? There's more of a load on your arm. Circling around, my knees are knock-kneed and pigeon-toed. So my feet are turning in, my knees are together. Circling with these, I have 2 3-pound weights that I'm holding. I try to balance which hand is holding most of the weight as I'm circling around. Letting this massage through the back of my shoulders, mobilizing my inner body, and then change direction. Let's exhale as we come up, inhale down. Happy New Year, everybody. I haven't said that yet. Happy New Year. It is January 2nd, 2023. This is not an evergreen show. All right, bring it in. I was just thinking Happy New Year at that moment because I was like, oh, it feels really good to move my body. And sometimes in the beginning of the year, we put a lot of pressure on ourselves. So I'm all for making changes in your life or whatever, but also be kind to yourself as that's going on. All right, let's take the weights in your hands. You're gonna, both hands up, turning out, and then you're gonna spiral in as your elbows come into your side. So you're punching out with a spiral and then bringing the elbows down and in. Punching out, down and in, punching out, down and in. We're not trying to like have a burn in the muscles so much as just get those radius and ulna bones of the forearm spiraling around each other. As we age and as we spend more and more time at our keyboards and on our devices, we need to really differentiate the movement in our hands and wrists. So taking your hand up, you're going to just drop your wrist forward and then back, forward, like you're revving your motorcycle. Vroom, vroom. Yeah, revving and getting those weights to move in your hands. Don't drop them on your face. And then bring them in so they're facing each other, and the same thing, opening and closing. So my palms of my hands are facing each other, dropping down, opening out. You could also do this with no weight, right? If you're having issues and it's too much to add the weight right now, don't add it. All right, let's take them out to the sides. We're just gonna come up and then not all the way down, but a little bit down. Opening, up and down. If this hurts in your rotator cuff, either make it smaller, take out the weights, or skip it altogether. But we are spiraling that bone of your humerus in the joint. We're going to change it. You're going to turn so that both palms are facing in one direction, and you're going to turn towards the top hand. You turn your palms to face the other direction. Look at your top hand. Spiral. Turn your head. You could do this just as well with no weights. The weights are going to add more weight, but they're going to add difficulty to it. So it's really up to you. In one side and then the other. Spiraling. Good. And then let's get rid of the weights. And do the same exercise with your hands, spiraling open here. Trying to touch your thumb to the floor on each side, just looking into the palm of your hand. Relax your neck and shoulders as much as you can while you're doing this. Then take both hands onto the floor, and you're just gonna try to keep your arms on the floor as you reach your arms over your head and then pull them down. So this is really the same movement we were doing with that breath. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, two more. Inhale, exhale, last one. Inhale, exhale. Good. Let's take the legs straight down below and dig your heels into your mat. And you're going to try and send a ripple. It's a heel rock, our Tenyv fundamental heel rock. Try and send a ripple of movement up and down through your body. Imagine that you are just a body of water, completely fluid inside, and allow that to ripple up and down through your body. Breathe and let go. Head, neck, relaxed and easy. And then rotate your legs in and out. Melt into the floor. And let's take your right knee into your chest, just stretching your lower back. You're going to inhale your knee open out to the side, and then exhale, crossing midline. Inhale, knee open. You can relax your feet or point them, whatever feels good to you. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, cross. Inhale, open. Exhale, cross it all the way over your body. Big spiral. Breathe into it. And let's take this hand that's open up over your head, arm circling in front of you, and then up and back. So you're making this half of an arm circle, inviting the relationship of your pec, lat, and arm, rib cage, lungs, this whole upper quadrant relationship just to come online. And then bring it into center and switch legs, other knee into your chest. Inhale, knee open. Exhale, crossing your midline. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So really happy femur head up in that hip socket, right? So we're doing with the leg what we're about to do with the arm. In a way, we're making this half circle in that ball and socket joint of your femur coming up into your pelvis. And then cross it all the way over. Now our spine gets in on the action, getting that spiral. And then the arm that's out there is going to circle up over our head and open it out. Up over your head. And maybe this is up here, right? Maybe you're not touching the floor. Or if you have any kind of pain, you can actually just take your hand on your shoulder and still get that big circle with your elbow. So listening into your body and making it work for you. Yeah, I have this one little weird spot on that left side. Well, this is my left arm, yeah, where it's like up here in my deltoid in that connection. And it's just not as strong as the other side. So it can get wonky. Come back in Open your arms out, knees off the floor or feet off the floor, knees into your chest, spiraling from side to side. Use your arms and your back to push the floor away. Let this massage through your hips and back. So we're mobilizing from the inside, but we're also on the floor. So this is a great opportunity to let your movement massage you on the floor, between the floor and your body weight. So for me, this is like a really nice massage out through my hips and back. If I want to make it a little more core intensive, which I do, I'm going to straighten out my legs. As I said, my abs are fairly sore, although they're not as bad today as they were yesterday. So the 2-day rule for me is that if I work out really hard or something, I do something new, then usually the next day I'm very sore. And if I don't do anything that day to get some of that fluid, that lactic acid to move through the tissue, if I don't do anything, then on the second day, I'm even more sore. But if I do something the first day after, it doesn't need to be a huge workout, but just something to get that lactic acid that's lodging in the muscles, making me sore, and in the fascia, to squeeze through, it's not as bad the second day. So that's where I am today. Thank goodness for that. All right, let's come in. Let's grab your block. Stick your block this way between your knees. And then pelvis up, circles with the hips. Feeling your weight shift from leg to leg, from foot to foot, letting the middle of your body have some fluidity and some mobility. Change direction, other way. So as you're doing this, I don't know, there's so much fitness has the directive of squeeze your butt or squeeze your abs or squeeze something. I think I would like to not give that directive ever, and just say, move your body and let it move as easily as possible. Don't add tension. Most people are really good at maximizing tension and not so good at letting it go. So, and if you haven't changed direction, those circles change direction. I already did it. I'm going to come into line here. I'm going to feel my knees squeezing together just a little bit, not total clamping, but just enough. And I'm going to push and pull a little bit here with my feet. Now, I am engaging my hamstrings, but I don't have to do it on purpose. They're engaging because I'm using them, right? I don't know, go, oh, I should squeeze my hamstrings more, squeeze my abs more. Breathe, let your body have some mobility, some movement. Let the body do what it needs to do. You don't need to add extra tension. The chances are it's already working. So let that come in and roll it down through your spine, especially if you've spent your whole life at the gym. Right, you've gotten really good at squeezing and engaging. You probably don't need to think about, see if you can move easier. Let's take the feet and take a happy baby, wiggle around, free up the baby, a little bit of free flow in the baby. Like we do sometimes really want to be engaged and working our muscles, right? But a lot of times the exercise is going to work the muscles. You shouldn't have to think about working them more. Like if I'm in a plank, I don't need to think, squeeze my core. My core is going to be doing that naturally. But if I squeeze it more, it's like I'm just adding more tension. That's a very sort of Western idea of movement, that like we need to use maximal tension. But really, fluid movement doesn't have a lot of tension. And that's going to be, as we age, we want to have more ease in movement, more mobility, not more tension. Hands behind your head, elbow to knee, crossing over, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and release and come down. Press your pelvis up, lift as high as you can. Push and pull a little bit. And then take it down. And let's do the big leg circles, my favorites. Oh yeah, I am definitely still sore, but yesterday was so sore. Hands down by your sides. Today it's not so bad. Circles, open it out and take it down. Going 1, 2. I'm going to make these big. You could go smaller. Work with what feels good to your body. I'm going to point up and then flex down. Creaky little floor underneath me. Sounds like my cat Open. And let's change direction, taking it down. And I'm actually going to take my hands behind my head. So I'm really doing this to get that last bit of lactic acid out of my, oh, it's like in my rectus abdominis, it's in my obliques, but mostly rectus. Last one. And relax and shake it out. But one thing that I'll say is having like so sore in the front of my whole torso so that I can feel like the insertions in under my ribs, and each layer of your abdominals is inserting in different locations in there. So it's pretty intense. But what it has really made me aware of is how much when I'm doing different activities, I'm actually using my core, right? When you feel something really intensely, then you can feel all the little shifts and changes, which made me think about the whole system of integrity, the whole tensegrity system of our fascia, which is holding us all together. So feeling how the nerves are routed through that, right? I wouldn't even feel this stuff if I didn't have nerves. Anyway, let's just come back in and do some easy knee drops from side to side, relaxing your glutes, relaxing your hips, relaxing your spine. Feeling the expanse between your fingers from fingertip to fingertip through the chest and lungs, easy and alive, right? Lots of vitality in there. Let's roll over onto one side, push the floor away, and come up onto your hands and knees. We have got like pine needles everywhere in here right now. Tree is still up. Probably it'll be up for a few more days. I love the tree. Circles with your chest, down to the floor and then up. Rib cage, lungs, heart, shoulder blades, freeing up. Feel the breath connected. And change direction, other way. Yeah, so nose breathing is also really good for our blood pressure. Our endothelial cells, which are the cells inside the whole vascular structure, a really thin lining inside of your veins, your arteries, your heart, is affected by that nitric oxide that we're inhaling, right? If we go through our nose, we produce more. So that is going to help keep that tissue healthy. If we're breathing through our mouth, we're not getting as much. All right, let's take it into, and it's not nitric oxide, not to be confused with nitrous oxide that the dentist might give you. Two very different things. We're going to go out, in, out, and change. Out, in, out, change, out, in, out, change, out, in, out, out, in, out, out, in, out. Let's add a cat-cow to this. So cat-cow is going to make you have to work a lot harder because you're mobilizing more. So out, head, tail together, arch, and bring it in. Arch, curl, arch, bring it in. Arch, curl, arch, arch, curl, arch, arch, curl, arch. Last one. Arch, curl, arch. And relax for a second. Just breathe, find your breath. Listen to the sound of your breath in your own head. I have the little earbuds in, so it makes it really easy for me to hear it, but I can hear it even without them. So just that gives us another layer of depth in our awareness of ourselves, just being able to hear into our own body. And then let's take it forward into a forearm plank. One knee to the floor at a time, parallel, touching down, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Twisting underneath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take it into a side plank. Your hand comes next to your elbow on one side, flip up into your side plank. Push the floor away. Pulsing up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Flip it. Other side. Same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Opening the expanse of the arms. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Take it back down to the floor, all the way down. Bend your knees, let your legs fall, really relax, side to side. Massaging through your quads, relaxing your body. Relax your glutes, relax your belly, relax your neck and shoulders. We're going to take this a little deeper. You're just going to reach across and touch, roll through, reach across and touch. If you can keep your head on your hands, do it. If you can't, that's fine too. Oh, I just have to. I have got a whole bunch of incense in here and it smells really strong. I have to move it out of the room. All right, and relax. Let's do some baby cobra. So baby cobra with no hands, just inhale, arch, and exhale, release. Inhale up, exhale, inhale, lift, exhale, inhale, connect your hands, keep going up, open, exhale down. So go with just your back, connect the hands, use the breath, exhale down, inhale, connect, keep inhaling, and lower. If you want to try and touch your toes to your head, go for it. Use your breath. Last one. Take it back. I totally cheated that last one. Take it into a child's pose. Shift from side to side. Relax your head and neck. Relax your back. Soften and melt. Push down into your arms. So you can push down, maybe come up a little bit. Feeling this relationship from your fingertips, through your hands, through your wrists, through your elbows, through your shoulders, into your upper body. Even move your shoulder blades up and down, just working through your back. Roll it up through your spine, coming all the way up. Just check. Of course, there are no clocks anywhere in my house. There are some clocks. Oh, I can see my internet is unstable. Wonderful. All right, let's do a couple more things for legs and butt. Coming up onto your hands and knees. Leg out to the side. We're just going to kick forward and backwards. So you're going to kick up and then you're going to spiral, look around, kick towards your foot, taking it up and back. It's like you're wagging this big tail. It's your leg kicking forward, kicking back, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. 2 more, up and cross. Last one, take your leg across. I'm just going to face you. You're going to pull your leg as far forward as you can and then just spiral around and look at it. And then release, switching it to the other side. I'm going to kick that thing now. Coming up and crossing over. Up, back, up, back, up, back. Looking at your foot in each direction if you can see it. 4 more. 3, 2. Last one. Cross it behind you and bring it as far forward, slide it forward as you can. So really bringing it around and turn and look at it. And then release that. Let go for a second. Have a couple of breaths. You can let your head go from side to side. Just relax your neck. Relax your jaw. Let's do a set of push-ups with a knee drop. So you can either do tricep push-ups. If I was doing tricep push-ups, I would do the push-up with my knee on the floor and then pop it up in between, put it back down, push up. But I'm going to do regular pec push-ups. So I'm going to do them with my legs, my knee off the floor and drop it down in between. Choose the one you want to do, either hands narrower, elbows in, or hands wider, elbows out. Off we go. Going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then open, chest, lungs, and heart. Breathe into it. You can let your head go up and down, which can give you a stretch in your upper traps. Release it, shake it out. Change it so the non-dominant finger is in front, whichever one's the opposite, whichever one feels awkward, and the same thing. Good, and let that go. Let's come onto our butts, both legs out in front of you, and fold forward. Melt and soften. And then come up, cross knee over the other knee, or leave your bottom leg straight, whatever you want to do. Just taking it down, breathing into it. Deep breath all the way down into your belly, into your guts. Or rather, deep into your diaphragm so that it's pushing down into your belly and into your guts. And then come up, unscramble, bang it out, rotate in and out, loose and relaxed in the tissues in your body. So you're not gripping and holding, you have more free flow. Life is easier when there's more free flow. It's not, all tight and wound up. It's like, it's okay, whatever. Have a little bit of space. Take it down and release. It's not so common as we get older, but it does happen. But in the people that have too much free flow, things maybe don't get done as much. But take it down and soften. We do want to have a balance, right? It's not just all loosey-goosey, totally open. We also need our sort of drive and discernment. Letting it go, breathe, and then coming in, bang it out, rotate in and out. Slide your feet underneath you. Let's do knees towards the floor and then heels towards the floor. Doesn't matter if you don't come into that squat, but if you can, excellent. Using your breath. Take your tail up, drop your head down, shift it from side to side, let it go. Easy and loose. And then shake your head no. Shake your head yes. Bend your knees, roll it all the way up, coming back up to the top. I just want to do one more arm exercise before we go on. So it's going to be the circle, before we finish it. It's going to be the circle. So we're going to circle across our body 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Elbows going to stay connected. 1, 2, 3. Wrist stays connected. 1, 2, 3. Other side. Cross our body. 1, 2, 3. Elbow stays connected. 1, 2, 3. Wrist stays connected. 1, 2, 3. Coming in. Crossing from the outside to the inside. 1, 2, 3. Crossing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Other arm. Crossing. 1. From out to in. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Interlace your hands. Push out. Take your arms up over your head. Side, side. Feeling your feet on the floor, reaching up through your arms, one whole connected body. And then come in, shake it out. Deep breath in, inhale up. We're going to bring our fingers together, diving down into the earth, planting ourselves. Inhale, gathering in, inspiration, filling up, taking it down, planting your energy, planting your intention. Inhale, open, exhale, take it down, ground it. And then we're going to change direction. We're going to take our arms down and dive up in prayer, opening up to the heavens. Exhale, diving up. Inspiration, opening it out, diving up and opening it out. So yeah, if we are up regulation, down regulation, right? Light, airy, airhead full of ideas, or rounded and foundational, right? Just different ways of being, and we need them both. And if we're too much up here, we can just come down, slow down the breath, pay more attention to the exhale. If we need more energy, more upregulation, more inhale. That will take us up. Bigger inhalations, more upness. It all makes sense, but we often don't think about it. Like you could learn this in school when you're 2 and you would totally understand. In school when you're 2, in school when you're 5, I don't know. All right, people in TV land, feel free to like and subscribe, buy me a coffee, and Happy New Year.